We're going to go ahead and give you a little history today about our beautiful bed and breakfast house. It's a beautiful Victorian home built back in 1885. Now, for you history buffs that enjoy Victorian homes, really know and how much you appreciate them, because I feel they're a dying breed. And if you can get a hold of one and you just seem to follow the history and really believe in it, you're going to restore it and enjoy it. I have seen some Victorian homes that have been, well, been bulldozed over. And then I also have seen some Victorian homes that are still standing, but they've gone ahead and made them into apartments. But then they start slowly deteriorating also on the inside, because the tender love and care is not there once they're divided up and put into apartment rooms. So I've got some great pictures I'd like to show you. Just bear with me. I think you're going to find them very interesting, and then we're going to give you the full results of how our beautiful Victorian home now looks. And I've had videos of tours on the inside. I've showed you pictures of what's been going on here, and we've got it as a B&B, and everybody has enjoyed it. So come on up the steps. And we're going to go right on down to the very first chair here. And my wife found some wonderful vintage pictures of the owner. Now, this is John B. Kay. He was an attorney at law here in Kalmar, builder, and they had a large family that stayed in the house that they lived in. So this picture here goes back, of course, a long ways, and we're very fortunate to be able to have this picture of John B. Kay. Now, he built this back in 1885. I'm going to show you a picture now of a tornado that came through in the early 1900s and what it looked like on the outside of this house back in the 1900s, early 1900s, when this tornado came through. So we're going to slide over to the next chair, and here's the picture of the very Victorian home. The house, fortunately, was still standing, but here's some stories behind it. The large tarp that is on the top of this house, 2 blocks away from us, is a water tower. And of course, back then the water towers were those old wooden water towers. Needless to say, though, that water tower was picked up by the tornado and came over 2 blocks and dropped it on the top of the house. Now, as good as this house was built by John B. Kay, it's just unbelievable that it didn't just go straight through. But it landed on the top structure, big large hole, and then they had to go ahead and repair it. But look at all the trees that were just annihilated, snapped off, and it's just incredible that the house itself wasn't leveled. But there was probably a purpose for that house to stay there and remain there. So then we have Mr. John B. Kay down here in his earlier days, probably going, holy crap, thank goodness it didn't take my house. So this Victorian home here now has been kind of an icon, and it's still in the history books around here in Kalmar, and people are so happy that it is still standing in their town. Now we're going to move over to one other picture here. Hey, and we bounced into color. This picture was after the house was all done and repaired. Of course, a lot more years have passed by because we got color now. But look at the top up here; it's all been restructured, and the chimney's back up and running again. And we've got it's the Widow's Peak that's on the top of this house here that you were able to get up into from the attic. And as you can see, it's got those large arborvitae trees that just seemed to be the thing way back then. And then we've got some shrubs and everything back in through here, the sidewalk in the front of the house. And we're going to show you now what the house looks like presently. So we're going to just kind of walk down the steps here. And we're going to turn around and show you what the Victorian home now looks like. Large arborvitaes are gone. It's got some great color to it. Still everything is intact. As for the house itself, it's the original home that you saw in those pictures, but just some nice detailed work has been put together on this house. So then we're going to go ahead and just kind of give you a panoramic view of the front yard, of how it looks now, because none of this had existed. This is all fresh stuff here that we've done. And the fenced in yard, it's all been put in, all the beautiful trees. Of course the lawn and everything's all been in, all brand new too. So and all the flower beds off to the left. So the house has gotten its love, and we enjoy it so much, but I decided, you know what, I think, for you history buffs out there that enjoy Victorian homes, just a quick, history of it, and hopefully you enjoyed this small amount of information. So this is Jeff in Northeast Iowa, the upper Midwest, home of our B&B. If you like the information, give me a great thumbs up and subscribe. Have yourself a good day.